This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
Good evening and welcome to the West Report. I'm Melissa Bernstein.
And I'm TJ Locke. Since the grand opening of West Student Center, the student store has been open for business. To learn more about it, we have an interview with Ms. Tenuto, the store advisor, and some of the store's managers.
Hi, Ms. Tenuto.
Hi.
Now that the store is officially open, what will the hours be?
We'll be open third period, fourth period, and sixth period lunch periods, and before school.
So you're not open every single lunch period?
No, we're having a trouble right now trying to man it. We only have marketing ed and DECA members. And if a member or a student's not in school that day, then we have to have the store closed.
So the students that are in DECA run the store?
That's correct.
And are you trying to get other students to get involved and help run it?
Primarily, it's just for the marketing ed program.
Okay. What kind of products do you sell in the store?
Right now, we sell sweatpants, sweatshirts, T-shirts, candy, and
Candy's the big seller right now, huh?
That's right. Well, we're going to try and change that. Right now, we're having a jacket sale, and we're planning on having stuffed animals like little lions and holiday gifts.
Mm-hmm.
So we're trying to upgrade our products. We just started, and then we'll be getting any new ideas will be appreciated.
You're saying you're having a sale on jackets right now?
Mm-hmm.
You want to put in a little plug for them?
Sure, yeah. We're going to have our jackets on sale Tuesday and Wednesday, and if anybody wants to order them later on in November or December, we'll be happy to take their order.
If there's any students who have suggestions on products to be sold in the stores, where should they come?
They can come directly to me or any marketing ed or DECA member. That's what we really like to have, a lot of suggestions from the students since it is a student store.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for joining us today.
Okay,
This has
thank you.
been Melissa Bernstein for Cable 18.
West's annual inaugural dinner was held last Monday at the Holiday Inn. This event is held each year to formally inaugurate the elected officers from each of the classes. Guest speaker, newly re-elected Senator Lee Laskin, wished everyone good success in their respective positions. Dr. Katz and Mrs. Banks also spoke at this SAO-sponsored event. The officers were sworn in and a dance followed. Good times were shared by one and all. This year, many new projects have taken place on West School grounds. This includes the beautification project. A construction company gave the school a bid of $10,000 to landscape the school grounds. So Ms. Whelan, the senior class advisor, volunteered her students to work on the project. Each class was assigned a location around the school to beautify. The Home and School Association donated $1,000, but so far the students have only used $400 of that sum. There is still much more work to be completed, and next week there will be a meeting to discuss the future plans of the beautification project.
Our new teacher spotlight for this week will feature Mrs. Maria Flampores, a home economics teacher. Mrs. Flampores received her BA from Albright College and spent 6 years substituting around the Delaware Valley. Prior to teaching here at West, she taught home economics at East and in Pennsylvania. What makes Mrs. Flampores happiest is when her students go on to study culinary arts in college. She has students right now in Johnson, Wales, and the University of Rhode Island, all majoring in culinary arts. She likes West and is enjoying working with the students and staff. She sums up her feelings about West by saying, "West is a very congenial school with very cooperative, friendly, and helpful students, and I'm enjoying being here." So, Josh, how did West do this week in sports?
Well, it's playoff time and the teams and the games are getting harder, but every year it seems that West Sports is on top. Take, for instance, the hockey team. Last Thursday, they defeated Triton 1-0 to clinch first place in the Olympic Conference. But their season was ended Friday in the second round of the state tournament when Eastern beat them in a double overtime thriller. The score was tied 1-1 after 2 overtime periods. This caused a shootout to be held where Eastern scored 4 goals to West 1. The Lady Lions ended their season with an impressive 11 wins, 6 ties, and 1 loss. In soccer, the boys soccer team lost to Willingboro last Wednesday 2-1. This eliminated them from the coaches tournament, but their season isn't over yet. They beat Eastern 1-0 on a goal by Joe Venazio in the semifinals of the South Jersey Group 3 tournament. The team went on to play Ocean City yesterday, and we'll have full details of the game next week. Here's a reminder for all students interested in playing winter sports. Permission forms should be turned in to the coaches as soon as possible. Makeup physicals will be held on November 19th. Last Friday, the football team lost a close game to Eastern 13-6. Jamie Jamerson scored West touchdown. Their next game is against Triton Saturday at West at 11 a.m., and I'm expecting a win from West.
You know, Josh, that West team is hungry for a win, and being at home, I think they have a good shot. DECA is the Distributive Education Clubs of America, an organization formulated from the business classes that gives students an opportunity to combine a job with school. The student's assignment this year is to create a product and market it. The DECA officers for 1987-88 school year have been elected. Congratulations to parliamentarian Sam Horowitz, fundraising chairperson Stephanie Darrens, public relations Seth Rosen, conference coordinator Angie Parker, treasurer Michelle Fidella, secretary Robin Williams, vice president Jeff Eggleston, and president Dino DeFranco.
Don't forget, this Saturday, November 14th, the Home and School Association will hold their annual flea market between 7 a.m. and 3 p.m. in the West Cafeteria. Performances for this year's 3-act, Our Town, will be held on November 20th and 21st, Friday and Saturday night at 8 p.m., and Sunday, November 22nd at 2 p.m. Stay tuned after the junior school news for Carusi Beck Field Hockey.
Thank you for watching the West Report. Join us next week at this same time. Good night.
Good night.
Don't know much about geography. Don't know much trigonometry. Don't know much about algebra. Don't know what,
Are you having these academic problems?
but I do know what it
But everyone knows that 1 and 1 equals 2. If you are having these problems with your high school math, then tune into Homework Helper, coming soon to Cable 18. It's a live call-in show where you can get help with your high school problems from the National Honor Society members from Cherry Hill High School West and the Cum Laude Society from the members of Cherry Hill High School East. So watch and learn with Cable 18.
don't know much biology.
Good evening and welcome to this November 11th edition of EastCast. I'm Chris Chan with Evan Ringer to bring you the news of the week. The big stories are homecoming and the fall show. It's already November and that means homecoming is just around the corner. As in previous years, Cherry Hill East and West will hold their annual football game on Thanksgiving Day. This traditional rivalry promises another great game this year. During halftime, each class will feature its own decorated float and skit based on its theme. This year, the freshman class will feature the Roaring Twenties, while the sophomores will present the 60s decade. The theme for the juniors class, last year's winners, will be the future, and the senior class will have the Stone Age as its theme. The winner will be selected by a panel of judges, so good luck to all of the classes. Following this event is Parade of Homecoming Queens. This year, the homecoming queens are Jennifer Wells for the freshman class, Allison Moss for the sophomore class, and Linda Mona for the junior class. Unlike other years, the senior class has selected 5 candidates this year: Naomi Spurn, Elisa Pollock, Toby Seltzer, Amy Reinstein, and Julie Schwab. Congratulations to all of the girls selected for this honor. As a reminder, each class needs volunteers to help decorate the class floats and to act in the class skits. If interested, please get in contact with homecoming representatives as soon as possible. Next Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, history comes to Cherry Hill East, the history of the Constitution, that is. Come to East to see our tribute to America and the Constitution. It'll wave the flag and touch you in the heart.
On Wednesday, November 25th, the Alumni Association here at East will be having their annual get-together. The gathering will run from 8 to 10:30 p.m. in Cafeteria 1. All East graduates are welcome to come for an evening of friends and dancing. On Friday, once again, the Holman School Association outdid themselves in the reception for faculty, staff, and administration. The principal's conference room was a melody of delectable foods, aromas, and friendly conversation. On behalf of the teachers and administration, we would like to thank President Jeanette Torrisi and all of the women who made Friday so pleasant. Faculty and administration members supported this year's Camden County Public Education Employees Charitable Campaign. This year, the district exceeded its $12,000 goal. Special thanks to the committee members who collected for the United Way effort. Here at East, the students will also have a chance to be generous and help those who are less fortunate. The annual Goodwill Clothing Drive will be held here at East next Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, so be sure to listen for the announcements and bring your contributions to the main A-Wing entrance. And if your heart is in the right place, maybe you'll want to join the East students who present their FOP party in December. Sherry Teneloff interviewed one of the chairmen, Michelle Simatowski, about the party and how you can become involved.
Hi, I'm here with Michelle Simakowski, one of the chief chair people for FOP. Now, Michelle, how did you end up with the position as chief chairperson?
First, I contacted Mr. Balchikoff for application, and then I filled out the application, gave it back to him, and then we got interviewed. And a total of about 25 people got interviewed for the various positions, not only overall chairperson, but ballroom chairperson, table decorations chairperson, and the Santa room chair people. And then after their interviews, they picked the chair people.
Okay, now Michelle, many freshmen have never heard of FOP. What does this group do?
What we do is all the kids, students, come after school and start decorating, make a bunch of decorations for the Christmas party. We hold it for the handicapped kids and adults, and we hold it at the Hyatt House every year. I think this year the date is December 13th. We spend all day at the Hyatt House playing with the children. It's just a great experience to watch all the children, get on Santa's lap and receive the gifts and play with the elves. We sing songs with them, and it's just a great experience. And I urge anybody who doesn't already know about it or aren't doing it to really come out and try it. It's great.
Okay, how would an East student get involved then?
Okay, just come Monday after school. We work from 2:30 after school until about 3:45. We start cleaning up so that we're out of here by 4. And just come and show your face and tell us that you want to get involved.
Okay, are these meetings every day until the party?
Yeah, they'll be every day, and for those people who are, in sports or any after-school activities, so that they couldn't go to the after-school meetings, we are going to have meetings at night too, probably 2 or 3 nights a week, and that'll be starting next week too.
Okay, thank you very much, Michelle, for talking to me about this year's FOP Christmas party for the handicapped. This has been Sherry Telenoff reporting for EastCast.
In sports, the East Cougars were able to assure their appearance in the football playoffs when they beat the Washington Township Minutemen 29-8. Some highlights of the game included 2 touchdown passes completed by Stephen Lobel for 117 yards, and 2 touchdown passes were completed by Brian Corley. All touchdowns were thrown by Glenn Foley, East's star quarterback, who ran a total of 250 yards during Saturday's game. Also, Tad Page had 4 completions for 99 yards. One of Washington's faults, said Glenn Foley, was playing man-to-man. East's record is now 6-1. In conclusion, Bo Wood, who was named Coach of the Week, said, "We didn't dominate on defense, but we shut them down when we had to." Last Wednesday, the East field hockey team defeated Pennsauken 2-1. Nicole Bush tied the game in regulation play with 6 minutes remaining. In the shootout tiebreaker, East was able to come out on top. thanks to Debbie Harding and Rebecca Gajol and to East goalie Heather McDevitt. On Friday, we were eliminated from states in the second round 3-0 by first-ranking Shawnee. Congratulations to first-place league team Cherry Hill West. East was edged out from second place by Pennsauken by just half a point to finish third in the league. Thanks to Coach Sue Schooley, senior trainer Brian Thorpe, and the girls for a fine season.
Last Friday, the East boys gymnastics team beat Lenape 124.6 to 121.75. A number of East records have been broken this season. Junior Scott Drucker broke 4 records, including the pommel horse, the rings, and the parallel bars. Also, junior Rich Highland got an 8.6 on the floor exercises to top yet another East record. This year, the East cross country team, coached by Mr. Don Witzig and Mr. Dennis Smythe, finished the season last Saturday with a record of 8 wins and 2 losses, placing them 6th in South Jersey. The team was headed by senior co-captains Steve Brooks and Greg Height. In the sectional meet held last Saturday, the team missed qualifying for the state competition by just 1 point. However, in the individual category, Steve Brooks finished in the top 10, allowing him to advance to the next level of competition. Steve will be running next Saturday in the state Group 4 finals at Homedale. The girls' team posted a record of 1-6 this year. The team was led by senior Michelle Lempa and sophomore Tara Harmer.
In the sectional meet, Steve Brooks was followed by Bob Mueller, Mike Perlmutter, Vince Bong, Jason Rothenberg, Parshu Shah, and Greg Height. Also, many of the girls posted their best times in this meet. Michelle Lempa posted a time of 22 minutes and 45 seconds. She was followed by Tara Harmer, Becky Dreyfus, Fong No, and Hyunju Byun. Both Mr. Witzig and Mr. Smythe would like to congratulate the teams for a fine year and wish Steve Brooks the best run of his career next Saturday at Homedale. Good luck, Steve. Last week, we told you about some of the successes of the girls' tennis team. Today, Swati and Amburi learned more about 2 of the players, Dana Rosansky and Archana Panda.
I'm here today with Dana Rosansky, who's #1 singles on the girls' tennis team, and Archana Panda, who's #2 singles. They both recently received the Olympic Conference All-Star Award. Dana, could you tell me how you received this prestigious award?
Yeah, a few weeks ago, the tennis team traveled to Overbrook High School where each person played 2 matches, and both my matches were close. In fact, one even went into 3 sets, but I won both and I was named an Olympic Conference All-Star.
Archana, could you tell me what matches you played?
I also had to play 2 matches. Both were fairly close, but neither went to 3 sets.
Archana, you're a sophomore. Could you tell me about your future plans on the girls' tennis team?
Well, I hope to be #1 singles next year, and I hope the team gets to state championships also.
Dana, you're a senior and co-captain. Could you tell me about the past 4 years at East?
Yeah, I think that my experience on the East tennis team has shown that hard work really pays off because I started out on JV and moved up to first singles on varsity.
Okay, this is Swati Namburi for EastCast.
Thank you.
Since there is no school tomorrow because of the New Jersey Education Association convention, you're all welcome to stay up past your bedtime and watch the Beck Carusi girls field hockey game following the junior school news. Hopefully, the teachers involved with the convention at Atlantic City will be able to beat the odds and bring home more than the wealth of knowledge they will be cashing in on at the convention itself. That is all for tonight's EastCast. Special thanks to Mr. Gordon Hampson, cameraman and editor, to Ms. Peggy Beck, advisor, and to Jeff Kahn, student cameraman. Thank you for joining Chris Chan and me, Evan Ringer, this evening. Tonight we leave you on the road with Ophelia, listening to Philadelphia Inquirer political cartoonist Tony Auth. Good night, Ophelia.
Did you know that Benjamin Franklin, the famous philosopher, inventor, and statesman from right here in Philadelphia, thought that the turkey should be the national emblem of our country? He thought that the turkey represented courage, and this is the way the United States of America should be represented. However, in 1787, the Continental Congress voted against the turkey and for the bald eagle. Maybe that reason is because the turkey is stereotyped as such a stupid bird. Anyway, the bald eagle is now gracing furniture, glassware, paintings, and doorways of our country. When Benjamin Franklin was asked how he felt about the new emblem, he replied that the bald eagle was a bird with bad moral character. Well, that's life, Ben. This has been Michael Jarrett Sachs telling you about the Eagle-Turkey controversy in this Constitutional Minute.
Good evening. I'm Heather Pertwee, and this is Carusi News. It sure felt like there was a parade here at Carusi this past Thursday when Cherry Hill West Marching Band came with a theme from The Wizard of Oz. It was an excellent presentation, and it sure motivated a lot of students to try out for the marching band, as you can see from this tape. As you know, the marking period officially ends tonight. Good luck to all of you. Well, we don't have a sports report this week. All I can say is that candidates are putting forth all effort for girls and boys basketball tryouts, wrestling tryouts, and cheerleading. Here is a tape of cheerleading tryouts. There must have been 200 to 250 girls trying out. It sure must be a tough decision to pick those girls for the coaches. Also, I'd like to give you our results for our fall intramurals, which was soccer. It was 7th grade boys, Mrs. Ridley, 7th grade girls, Mrs. Chanowicks. And as you know, 8th grade is on a volunteer basis, which was won by our boys team 5 and our girls team 5. And now let's take you to Scott, who has an exciting interview.
Thank you, Heather. If you joined us last week, you'll remember that Catherine Smith mentioned that our 8th grade varsity soccer team ended its season with 12 wins and 2 losses. We have here a member of the soccer team, Adam Goldberg. But why do we have Adam here today? He's not the captain. Well, Adam has a lot of input towards the 12 wins. But not only that, but something really unique was accomplished. The most goals any individual ever scored was 15 goals. Well, that record's history now. Which brings us to the reason why we have Adam here today with us. Hi, Adam. How are you today?
Fine, thank you, Scott. And you?
Good. Could you tell our audience what your final tally was?
Yes, Scott. By the end of the season, my final tally was 19 goals.
Oh, so you broke the record by 4 goals.
Yes, I did, and that record was broken at Tabernacle.
Oh, were you aware that the record was in jeopardy in that Tabernacle game?
Yes, I was, sort of, after my 4-game scoring streak, Mr. Montgomery told me what the school record was. I couldn't have done it without the help of my parents and my soccer team.
Did you play for the school last year in 7th grade?
Yes, I did, Scott, and last year my record was 9 goals, which I was looking forward to scoring more goals this year.
Well, congratulations, and thank you for being here today with us.
Thank you.
As Adam mentioned, he had 9 goals in the 7th grade season, which came 2 goals away from tying the 7th grade record, which was 11. That was real accomplishment. I hope the Cherry Hill West soccer coaches are watching. The school is proud of Adam, and we're glad he was able to be here today with us. Now, back to you, Evan.
Thank you, Scott. Well, that was one record-breaking interview. Next week, we will have a report on an assembly dealing with the sensitive subjects of drug abuse. They will explore strengths of youngsters to say no. I just want to remind everyone that we have a skating party this coming Monday. It will be $2 to get in and $1 for skates, so if you're lucky, bring your skates. As you know, we have a 4-day weekend. We want to remind you teachers to stick with the convention and stay away from those slots. A final word, and not a very happy one. The students and staff here at Carusi want to express our sincere sympathy to the friends and family of Miranda Harrington, a student at Beck who died Saturday night after being struck by an automobile last Friday after school. Well, on behalf of the entire staff, I'm Heather Pertwee saying good night from Carusi News.
This is Cable 18, the Cherry Hill Public Schools television station.
The Becker